Welcome to the Smoke Podcast. All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Smoke Podcast.
Yes.
Man, I missed you, brothers.
Yeah, man, and there's some stuff.
Everybody been busy, traveling and working.
And Kimberly been traveling so much she ain't feeling too good. So Rick came in there. You know, I got her.
Holding down for you, Kimberly. Get well, sweetie.
Yes, get well, man.
So you can come back and tell us about that trip.
Oh yeah, she went over to Italy, parlayed, put
Hence
her
why
feet
she's
up.
sick.
Yeah, she went over there to Italy. She ate. I saw her eating pizza. Now she did come back and tell y'all that going to Italy, be prepared to do a lot of walking.
Right.
Yeah, on cobblestones.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's the worst thing right there. So
But the
yeah.
picture she posted was gorgeous, man.
Yeah.
The countryside is amazing. I was like, wow, is it that bad over there? It's cold.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, man. It's real nice.
You guys been watching the Olympics?
Man.
I watched track and field, gymnastics.
Man,
Dude, I watched some shit I watched a couple of things I never seen before, like the little shooting where they
Oh, no. I ain't
the
seen
little,
no, that's synchronized diving. That right there, me and my wife, we was watching that a couple nights ago, and we was like, oh yeah, they got that. We was judging.
you judge it. But you know, you sit there and like, man, that shit look perfect. Mm-hmm. And they be like, no, they rip it apart.
Oh yeah.
God.
But the ones that looked perfect were. I mean, because like they said, oh, little splash. This one lady, she dived in, and they called her dive like quicksand because when she hits the water, rather than the water splashing out, it did this and went in. I was like,
Yeah, she get any extra points for that?
She won the gold.
Oh,
But they're judged by how many, in-air acrobatics they do before they hit the water.
Yeah, that and how your feet look and
Yeah,
your
yeah,
posture.
How
and
straight
all
you
that.
are. Because
Yeah,
all I
straight
look and say,
shit.
okay, they went in straight. It didn't splash. Right. I don't even pay attention to the twirly birds they doing.
But you know what? I asked this question today. Where is the men's boxing?
I don't know.
I hadn't seen any boxing. You know, usually
you do have a point.
I hadn't seen it. I see them talking
maybe
about
we wasn't doing
something
too
coming up.
good. We might not have did that good. Did we even make it?
I gotta
yeah.
believe the United
Man,
States. It
something.
was always the United States, Cuba, Mexico,
Yeah.
those places like that always sent people to compete, and I hadn't seen any boxing.
Yeah, I've been seeing. The only thing we seen in boxing is the young lady.
Is it still an event?
I'm about to Google that one.
I think it is. I think it is.
Yeah. I don't think it's still an
Now I
event.
know y'all watched the gymnastics, right?
Oh yeah,
Man, that shit was tight.
That was cool.
yeah, that was good.
Simone will go down in history if she
I'll
is
tell you why I
a-
love Simone so much. Simone talks shit, and you have to really be in tune to what she's talking about to realize that she just
talking
threw a little
shit.
shade on
Yeah.
somebody.
Well, but that was wrong, old girls. Called them lazy. She said, but Simone, everybody else is lazy. They don't look like they working hard or trying hard and all that. And Simone clapped back with her with the gold medal and all that. And now she was on, I'm getting death threats and people are messing with me. It's cyberbullying. It's just out of
I
control.
mean, I'm sorry.
You shouldn't say shit like
That
that.
can of whoop ass I opened up, I didn't realize it was going to backfire on me.
Look, USA don't play on either field.
Oh, and then the Australians was talking shit about the swimmers, talking about we hate the damn Americans because every time they win, they like, USA, USA.
What else they gonna
What
say?
else they gonna say?
But that's what they had a problem with.
Wow.
So they were
Canada,
going.
I mean, what we gonna
Yeah,
say?
they was-
Mexico.
They was going out their way. They were going out their way to make to not lose against America, and for the most part, I mean, it was kind of equal. But I'm like the fact that and then Michael Phelps got offended by it. So
Right.
No, I think the best thing, it's almost the best thing in the thing to make you go like, they say Snoop getting $500,000 a day.
Man, I wouldn't leave until next week.
No, but here's the thing. Okay, you get Snoop this much money, but you win a gold medal, you only get $37,000.
Right. Ain't that dude?
Hey, I'm
And then you gotta pay taxes on that shit.
I'm Snoop. I'm Snoop. I don't care.
insulting.
Oh no, I agree,
yeah.
I agree.
Bruh,
but I'm
you
like,
trained for 4 years.
Some of them women are getting, if they win a gold medal from some of these other countries, they get $500,000, $250,000, $750,000 of a million.
So this
Something wrong with
this lady, I think her last name was Alfred. She was from St. Lucia. St. Lucia had never won a medal, period,
Yeah.
She won a gold and she won a silver. They talking about naming a street after her.
Oh yeah,
Half the country.
Yeah. You know, they
like
like
that whole island.
She like when I get back, we gonna have a big ass party. I mean, so you know,
Make you want to go, don't it?
Right. Hey, island countries can party, bro.
And St. Lucia is ganja friendly.
Oh boy,
I know y'all hate me, but it is.
He's gonna find his tribe wherever he go.
He gonna find it. Rick, what you bring us today?
Man, I bought E.H. Taylor, Colonel E.H. Taylor, to be exact, man.
Okay, is he a real colonel or just colonel?
That's one of the questions I can't ask. I can talk about the whiskey, but I don't know. But it's from Sazerac. Sazerac acquired them a few years back. It's over 100 years that they've been making this whiskey, and they have expressions in rye, single barrel, and I think this is small batch.
The small batch, yeah.
Yeah, that's small batch, man. It's around $100, depending on where you find it. It's one of those allocated bourbons. Everything coming out of Sazerac is allocated. I mean, even the cheap stuff.
Oh wow.
It's just allocated, and these are coming out twice, maybe 3 times a year if we're lucky, depending on the yield. But I liked it. You had the cigar to match it, so I thought it'd be a good thing for the show.
So this whiskey is also bottled in bond.
I remember you told us what that means. What does that mean again when you say it's bottled in bond?
100 years old.
No, 4 years old.
I'm sorry, it's
He said 100 years old. Bottled in bond it's got to sit in the barrels for at least 4 years, and it's got to be a minimum of 50 proof.
Right.
And this is
100.
100 proof is what I
this
meant.
is but 50% alcohol by volume. So this would definitely be bottled in bond. It's quite strong.
Right. Apologize for
quite
that, fam.
strong.
I was thinking about 100 proof.
No,
I mean,
you
100
good.
years
No,
old.
you
together,
good.
100 years old, we couldn't afford it.
Yeah, no, we couldn't. We wouldn't be sitting here looking at it.
You know, for
12-year-old
some
whiskey.
reason, I'm just sorry. I want to Google Colonel Taylor. I want to know his history. How the hell? Which black person did you oppress to steal a?
I was like, look, don't have
know
your
what
thin
happened with
skin
the-
on when you're Googling me. Be a slave on. A slave on. I bought something else too, guys.
What else you got, Rick?
Lobo 1707. I don't know if anybody's seen it in the
Lobos.
market.
What the hell?
If anyone's seen it in the market, but it's got some namesakes behind it. LeBron James.
LeBron?
Yeah. He
That
bought
look like
into
his
the brand.
shoes.
Trash.
Nah, I don't
He bought
say
into
that.
the brand a while back. And of course, marketing.
After
when you
Kevin
get a
Hart or
celebrity-
before Kevin?
After Kevin Hart.
After
I think he's been on board for
So
like a year.
again, that's why.
So
been on
I'll
board
tell
for
you
about
what,
like a
we'll
year,
try it
a
at the
little
end of the
over a
show.
year.
At the end of the show, we'll crack that open and see.
Right. See the Choose Justice on it. Kinda,
Choose Justice. Then he got choose red.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the red. Well, the original bottle did not come in this red thing. This is kind of something that they're doing to bring light to some cause, I'm sure. But the original is a clear bottle, and it's a Reposado. It's brown. But I tried it the first time. I ain't gonna tell you that it was my favorite. It was drinkable, but we're gonna revisit it. It's been over a year since I tried it.
So
we'll give it a
Rick,
real.
I tried this weekend. I tried this tequila from Austin, Texas. It's called, I forget the name of it, but it's an infused. It's supposedly a hemp infused tequila. It's green, and I'm gonna be honest. I had great hopes for it.
Yeah, because you was bragging on this shit.
No, I wasn't bragging.
Yeah,
I
you
said
were,
I wanted my guys to try it. That's why I wanted y'all to try it so y'all could see what I saw. So we did try it. Super sweet. It didn't even taste like a tequila. It smelled like, you know how you trick kids to take medicine? You put a lot of sugar in it.
Right.
That's what this tasted like.
That's the vibe it was giving.
That's the vibe it was giving.
Wow.
So
Well, first of all, it was green.
it was green. But you know what?
They added
I'm
something
okay
to
with it
make it
being
green.
green.
Not all green is good.
Money good.
I said not all green. That's a lot of good green.
You took
out
one
there.
for the team and it wasn't good.
Took one for the team.
I see
It
what I
wasn't
saw
good.
when you posted it. It says gorgeous, but I'm like, I don't know what that tastes like because it's green.
Yeah, it smelled
So-
like medicine.
Right? Was it mint? What was it? What's
It
the deal
wasn't
with the
mint.
green?
It was kind of like a medicine taste.
It's just green because of weed.
So
Yeah,
so
because
you
it's
didn't
supposed to have-
you didn't bring it because you didn't want us to be like.
I have to try that off.
No, that means I would have had to leave it in the car. It would have been hot when I came in. And I know ain't nothing worse than drinking hot, nasty tequila.
That is true. That's true. Well,
I know.
Smoke Flam, we're gonna take a quick break because man, we got the councilman here.
Former. He was the man, not a councilman.
No, city
County
council,
commissioner.
county commissioner.
County commissioner. He was the what is the leader of the county commission?
Yeah,
up
what's
top?
Chairman of the county commission.
Y'all guess who it is yet?
Yeah. Smoke Fam, we'll be right back.
Right.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Smoke Podcast.
Yes.
Man, so who you said we got again, Fabian?
We got County Commissioner Mickell Lowery. What's going on, man? You doing all right?
Fellas, listen.
Welcome.
I feel like I've made it now. Now I'm on the Smoke Podcast. So
man.
appreciate y'all having me.
Hey, yeah. We got you, man. Been trying to get you on for a minute.
No doubt.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing well.
Man, you looking sharp
Did
over
I
there,
read
man.
this morning that you was hosting WDIA or something?
I was on V101.
V1. I knew you was on
V101.
something. You was on.
Yeah.
You was on iHeart. That's what I said. You
okay,
on
there you go.
iHeart.
There you go.
No
There
doubt.
you go.
Shout out to iHeart.
Shout out to that. All right. Yes.
Yeah. So you was. So you set in on that this morning.
I did. You know, I got a chance to talk with Mike Evans' morning show, Mike and Ina. And we ended up talking about the Hip Hop Museum that I'm champion. Hopefully get a chance to get in there as well. So it was a good time. We had a good time on the show. But we didn't have cigars in this, so this is a little better right now.
Can't top ours.
It's a little better right now.
We hit a little different.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's the kickback over here.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
And this is the perfect way to end the day.
Oh, for sure.
What,
Definitely
a nice
Here,
stick
here.
and some liquor, man. You can't beat that.
That's
You
right.
can't beat that. So, county commission, what is your job as a county commissioner?
Yeah, appreciate it. So I'm one of 13, the 13 of us, and I represent about 75,000 people. My district is consists of the inner city. The easy way to describe it, I think I have one of the most diverse districts in the county, so I'm biased to that. Right now, your studio was in District 8, so I appreciate that. But I represent all of downtown, a good majority of South Memphis, about half of South Memphis.
Right.
Frazier, a little bit of North Memphis, as well as Central Gardens as well. So
No court. How did I get it in my? How did I get a Christmas card in Cordova?
Because he know you, man.
I know.
Okay, all right.
You on the
I'll
list.
take that.
I know who you
I'll
are.
take it. I'll take
I
it.
know who you are.
I'm in the district. I ain't get one.
Because honestly, when I get this stuff, I look. I'll be trying to figure out. Okay, that look okay. You know, I expect our folks to use our folks. You know, that's all.
Well, we did.
I know.
We always do that now.
Okay, well,
we always do
good.
that.
We absolutely
Always.
good. We good. So you got a daughter that's like a phenom playing golf.
Man, don't let her get the big head.
Oh,
already.
man.
She
We-
all right. Hey, listen. Yeah, she's 10 years old, so shout out to my daughter Milan. I have 3 daughters, so I got to shout out Milan, who's 10, and I have Mila, who's 15, and Bree, my oldest, is 26. But a little bit about that since you brought it up, man. I didn't even own clubs before the pandemic. I didn't know nothing about golf.
Right.
The pandemic came, and the world changed in March of 2020, as we all know. I called up one of my good friends in April 2020. I said, "Hey man, we're going to the golf course." He's like, "We're going to do what?" He said, "We ain't got no clubs." I said, "Man, they'll give us some, I'm sure." And so we went to Pine Hill. Shout out to Pine Hill and went up there.
They redid Pine Hill.
They did.
They
It was real
redid.
good.
It was
It was
good.
nice.
But this is before the Pine.
Yeah,
This is before that. So it's good because we just beat up the grass. We didn't know what we was doing.
Y'all
We taking
went
two-
out there and redesigned the
We
course.
redesigned it ourselves, left all kind of holes and divots. Well, I was doing it so much, I started going the next day because we couldn't go out, we couldn't spend this time. We were socially distanced and all that kind of good stuff, shelter in place. Remember those times? It seemed like it was so long ago, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it
right? But the golf course is one of the few things you can go do and just be outside. And so I get to the point, I just started going all the time. And so I think my wife was trying to be funny because she was like, "Your daughters want to spend time with you. Yeah. You're not in the house. This, that, and the other." And so my youngest one, I was like, "All right, well, she can come hang out with me and ride around this golf cart." Next thing you know, I end up getting her a little set of clubs, and shout out to the First Tee. First Tee is an
First Tee of
excellent
Memphis.
program.
Oh man, my son went through that program.
Right. And I knew again. I'm telling you, I knew nothing about it. I never played golf. I grew up playing basketball and football and everything else, and so got involved in First Tee, which is a great program for anybody looking to get their youth started. And they really have an emphasis on folks who look like us, which is excellent as well.
Absolutely.
And next thing you know, she developed a little swing and now she can, she beats me in. She can
Daddy
on a couple holes, on a couple holes.
saw that.
But she's doing all right.
The short game is vicious, bro. You gotta watch.
She got a nice little swing on her. But you know what? I'm not letting her off easy because she got to earn it. She want to continue to talk trash. So
Yeah. They do that, boy. But the funny thing, boy, they cannot take it.
No.
They cannot take it, boy. My son used to cry, throw stuff, and my daughter, she used to cry.
So my son, Lil Ike, has bought him a new set of clubs. Matter of fact, he played Pine Hill this weekend.
Okay.
Oh, really?
And he stays like right around the corner from Top Golf. So he goes up there all the time to practice. And he's like, Dad, when we going out? I'm like, going out where?
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Because in the divorce, whether he knows it or not, the clubs they didn't make it with me.
Oh, hey, well, listen. While we on the topic of golf, I want you all to come be my guest. I do a golf tournament every year that benefits Lemoyne College.
Yep.
And,
that's what's up.
And
Yeah.
again, let me tell you how that started. I thought if I can get 15 of my friends to show up, we'll give Lemoyne a little bit of check and we'll have a good time.
Right.
And every year it's sold out. I've had like over 36 teams. It's been a really good blessing.
that's cool.
And so, yeah, thank you. So what we do, for those who play, come play. But now we got a little bit of this and a little bit of this going on as well. We got a hospitality tent as well for folks who don't
You
play
got to
golf.
do that, and that's
Yeah.
this is probably the simplest thing to do because you can't get that rowdy when you're smoking a cigar and drinking. You can't get that rowdy.
And for those who like a little music, like I shout out Little G, who you remember the group Silk?
Silk, Lil G.
Yeah, Lil G gonna come sing a couple songs at the hospitality tent.
man.
So we can have us a little party out there.
That is what's up right
That's
there.
what I'm talking about, man. So you doing it big. So let me ask you this: as a county commissioner, what do you think has been your aha moment, your clap moment, where you patted yourself on the back of something you passed or some policy you did?
You know, I was really thankful to be chair of this, and I call it historic body because for the first time ever, we've elected 5 black women to the county commission.
Right.
There's 7 total. So for the first time ever, there's a majority women-led body, and it's more obviously a depiction of the county, right? And the reason why I bring it up is significant because before this term, we only had 1 black woman.
Right.
It was Tammy Sawyer. Shout out to Tammy Sawyer, who's now a new clerk.
Right.
Shout out to Tammy.
Let's get that.
And then before Tammy Sawyer, we had 0.
Mm-hmm.
And then before her, obviously, Deidre Malone, who was the first black woman to ever be chair. But it's only been one here and there. And so I was honored the fact that I was asked to be chair, that they elected me as chair. So I'll start off with that. But also, too, while I was chair, there were a lot of things that went on in our city during that time. Obviously, things that happened with the Justins, both of the Justins being expelled at the time, which was obviously wasn't the right thing to do in Nashville. So I'm glad that I was able to get the votes to put them right back in, put Justice Pearson right back into that seat. I was really proud about that.
Man, we just can keep the claps going behind this. Yeah.
Right, keep it going,
I was extremely proud while I was chair that we got the votes to really secure funding for Regional 1 to start that off, and also 2 new high schools, 1 in Fraser. I represent Fraser, so shout out to Fraser. 1 in Cordova, where you are as well. So is excited to be able to do that as well. And then and on a more somber note, obviously we had some tragedy that went on in our community as well, Tyree. And obviously we took a lot of healing for our community to get over that.
Right about that.
But in the light of...
Still ain't healed. It's like we started to heal,
Right.
and in a couple months they getting ready to pull the Band-Aid off.
Well, no doubt. It's always going to be healing to do.
Yep.
But while I was chair, we was able to institute new training processes for our sheriff's department. And the sheriff was already on board with that, which is great, and said, listen, none of us want to see that video over and over again, but our law enforcement needs to see it. They need to see it every year. Our new recruits need to see it because they understand what not to do and how things can fall into the wrong situation if you're not secure. And so those are just a couple of things that we were able to get done. And those are times where I woke up and was like really proud that we were able to institute some real change, because you can have these meetings for days and you think, but what did we do? We were there all day. What did we really accomplish? So appreciate you asking that.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's always cool when we have politicians come to the show and partake and smoke with us and all that stuff, because we get to ask some questions that regular people want to know. And with the election coming up in November, what do you think of Kamala's pick? VP pick.
Hey, I'm on the team no matter who she selected, right? To start up there, right? Because Kamala's at the top of the ticket,
right?
So I'll win the team. Now,
Comma butt.
Yeah. Now, come on now. We don't live in Minnesota. I wasn't. I'd be lying to you if I said I was just that familiar with Tim Walz.
Yeah.
And I
don't think any of us are.
Well, they did a poll and they said 70% of Americans have no opinion.
Mm-hmm. Right.
No
So
opinion.
I guess I'm there.
So
numbers have it, brother.
Right. So I think right now both sides are trying to really define who he is.
Right.
But I think he's going to be able to be aggressive where she needs him to be. His policy seems to be on the right side when it comes to Minnesota. He was elected as a rural congressman at the time before he became governor of that state. Instituted free lunches there for students as well.
Go ahead and say the last thing. Go ahead. Come on. I know you're going to say it, man.
Come on, man. Well, it depends on where we're going. Now,
He passed the recreational marijuana
that's
bill.
right. I'm going.
There you go.
So
I'm find his tribe.
so he's progressive.
He's very
There you
good.
go.
Yeah, I think he's relatable too.
Yeah.
He's very,
just
you know,
humble beginnings. I mean, I was impressed with his first speech.
Yeah.
I said, okay, he can throw game
talk.
when he needs to. He can talk.
He can talk.
But he just came from, he's a principal, he's a coach,
Yeah.
all that. So he's kind of relatable to
And
ordinary people.
you know,
he's a
he
white
had
guy,
he had
blue collar guy.
a DUI a long time ago.
Man, it was like 17.
Did he go to an Ivy
and then
League
he turned around and just went cold turkey, stopped drinking. Got himself. He made amends for what he knew he was wrong.
Yeah.
And you got to give him credit for that. Unlike some people who
Still claiming,
there you
no
go.
doubt. No doubt.
witch hunt.
No doubt.
But what I like about it is because when I first saw him, I was like, he can relate to the other side too.
Yeah, but you could
Because but he's that guy that he could put a mega hat on and you wouldn't. I mean, what?
True.
I mean, he's that typical guy.
True.
But he's a Democrat, and I thought that was cool. People do things for reasons,
Right.
And that's why I like to think all these people are smarter than I am when it comes to
I don't know.
choosing
We'll have
sides.
to wait to see the
I don't wanna
impact
say
of
that.
that.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? That relatable though.
I mean, because you think about what Barack did. He found an older Joe Biden.
True.
I mean,
That's a good point, and I hadn't
it's
thought.
the same-
I hadn't thought about it
yeah.
like that.
Right.
I mean, think about how all that. I mean, they are playing games. They're playing games that we never even heard of.
Yeah.
And then it should make you go out there and read up on this and read these people's background and find out that reason why they made that choice.
Right.
And to me, they made that choice. I'm looking at them like, wow, that's a good pick. I thought they were going to go younger.
So
I thought they were going to do Philly or Arizona.
Shapiro. I thought Shapiro was.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I did.
Pennsylvania guys
he
is
looks the
mentioned.
part. He looks the part as Pennsylvania.
Kamala's husband is Jewish,
Yeah.
so you really didn't need to. I mean, she can fight by herself.
I think it's too many. That'd been okay. You already got a black woman.
I think I should have did what you did because you
Yeah,
see
you
what
should
happened.
have,
So typically, I'm just gonna show y'all that I was working on 2 inches.
He was working on it.
Typically, when the ashes fall off, it's because the cigar, not always, wasn't rolled as tight as it should have been. But it is what it is. Because this weekend, I rolled almost 3 inches. I had almost 3 inches of ash.
wow.
So that was a good stick.
You had a good stick.
Had a good stick. A Cuban stick.
So what did you think of the pick?
I think again, kind of to your point, you're thinking at it from a different lens. Because I really didn't think about the Barack effect on him picking Joe Biden at the time. That just seemed like the right pick. On the surface, Tim Walz was giving me Tim Kaine effects. I'm not going.
I mean, it's true.
It's giving me the
profound
same
that
thing.
you say that, but I connect. With it. I connect with it. Yeah.
It was giving me that. And I'm biased. I was looking at Shapiro. He looks the part, and I was thinking, okay, how do we go staunchly different? I think you need to get younger people engaged, and younger people involved, and get them excited. He looked the part. It's Pennsylvania and all that kind of stuff, but we have to win. But I think Walz, to your point, once you hear him speak, it's like, oh man, I could relate. The coach aspect of it, the principal aspect.
Yeah, it's
of
a
it
lot
as
of
well.
aspects.
That's the first thing I said I could get behind it. I knew nothing about him before that speech, but I said, okay, I can rock with that.
But the funny thing, though, and this has nothing to do with this. I looked at the guy. You would never think this dude was 7 months older than Kamala.
What?
Yes, he's 61. Kamala's 60.
That was my.
Come on, man. He look old, man. He look old, man.
6
That
months
was my
separated.
thing. When he said that, I said,
look
oh
old,
my
man.
God. Oh my God!
There you go.
Yeah. All those, all those cliches. Black don't crack.
But I didn't think she was 60.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was 60. I think I gave her like 51, 52, something like that. But I would have never guessed she was 60 years old.
I wasn't shocked at 60. Shit, I'm 56.
I wasn't shocked either.
So
I wasn't. I was shocked.
I was shocked at because I'm putting him at 70. I'm like, oh God.
And then I saw he got young kids too.
Yep.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he teenage kids.
A relatable dude. Relatable. I mean, I ain't got no teenagers no more, but relatable. Okay? Relatable to a lot of the voting public, man.
Yes.
I mean, I think they thought about all of this. They smarter than us.
That's what I'm saying. They are smarter than us.
Yeah.
They are very smart. And you know, we sit here and say they should have did this, should have did that, and I'm like, surely they know something we don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna take it that way. They know something we don't know.
Yeah, most of us what's his name, Shapiro?
Yeah.
Most of us were leaning toward that. I mean, I'm thinking, okay, for the electoral in Pennsylvania and all the other things, and he's young, he looks good, this, that, the third. I was like, okay. Then they went for this. I said old white dude, but he ain't that old.
He ain't that
so
old.
an old white dude. So let's see what he offers. And I mean, like I said, after his speech, I said, okay, I can rock with it.
You can rock with it after the speech.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you know what's going on, man? Yeah, I was shocked at the 61 thing. I'm like, surely this dude's older than this, but
He looks
he does
all the part. Yeah, for sure.
He say all the part.
Because I've been, I guess if you Google, like I looked up something about Trump, and now I get all these videos. They talk about Trump losing his mind, and I mean they just like going in on.
Did that.
Yeah, he been. He's like an old senile
That grandfather you never want to go visit.
redneck.
Right.
You know, what's perplexing to me about Trump is that why it seems to be like black men or younger black Americans we're gravitating to him. You know, he came out with the shoes, all right. And then I saw him on a podcast not too long ago because I'm a junkie into this thing. The podcast was talking to him about Young Thug in Georgia. He's speaking about the Young Thug
I saw that
race.
I saw that.
Right, and so it's like I just don't get it. So I'm hoping that with Kamala now getting energized, I'm like, okay, y'all come on home. Now.
You do
Come on
realize
home.
they used to have Trump in the and he's been in what 77 rap lyrics,
No
rap
doubt.
songs.
Yeah, for sure.
So
They can relate.
Yeah.
On some level.
I
I
mean,
don't know what level.
who was Snoop called him Black Trump, so he wanted to be Black Trump. It was, he has a history in our culture.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and
very much so now.
Yeah.
But I would hope that most of the people of color can see through that.
Yeah.
I would like to think so.
It's
well, in Atlanta when he had the big
Rally.
or whatever, all the folks behind, they got paid. They got a check for coming out.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then the lady that worked at Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
she's a plant. She's a part of a PAC that is, Republican, of course. So again, she wasn't even a legitimate worker at Chick-fil-A. So come on.
Here's an interesting thing. So I was on a plane going to New York during the first election. No, it was the second election when he was running, trying to get reelected. And a guy, black dude, sat next to me, and he was going through his stuff, and he had a MAGA hat. Of course, I was like, oh, you're a Trump supporter? No, man, I'm an actor. They paying me to come to this rally.
Wow.
I was like, what?
wow.
He's like, yeah, I'm an actor, man. That's why I don't have the hat on now.
I ain't getting paid.
Hey, man, tell him all money ain't good money, man.
Wow, right.
hey. He said, and he looked at me and said, hey, man, don't think, hey, dude, I'm just trying to pay my bills, man. I was like, how much they paying you? And he's like, man, hey, $1,000 plus all in room and board. I'm like, damn, okay.
Yeah, all right.
Wow.
He should have called Kamala and said he got to count
the African American voting public can look past what they see.
We hope so.
And when you walk into the booth and the curtains close, nobody knows. So for all you folks that's gonna vote for Kamala, thank y'all, because that's what's gonna happen. I don't see how a person in their right minds could vote for Trump. I just don't. Me personally.
Well,
it's like everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie.
It not only that, man. I just would like to ask some of his poor supporters, how did you benefit? Because me as a non-Trump supporter and a business owner, I benefited very well from his administration.
No doubt.
Poor whites, how did you benefit?
Well, so and to your question, I love and this is why I originally watched it, is when they asked these people, so when was America great?
Yeah.
When, was it ever great under in your lifetime? This one lady said if Trump does not get elected, she would rather die.
Oh, really?
Than to proceed underneath.
Hey,
at the time it was Biden. Exactly. And the guy said, "Wait a minute, you mean to tell me you would rather die?" And then she kind of like, "Well, I feel like it would be equivalent." I'm like, "Really?"
This is the first time you won?
They're delusional.
No, this is now.
Oh, okay.
They're
This is
delusional, undereducated, and they don't read.
That's it.
So if you're not fact checking anything he's saying, you believe anything coming out of his mouth because he believes it.
So when Trump went to the because I got a bunch of friends that went to the NABJ conference in Chicago, and matter of fact, one of them she told me right after it happened, she said that the reason why they were an hour and a half late was because they were arguing whether or not the NABJ could fact check him live, and he absolutely does not want to be fact checked. That's why he didn't want to do.
So that's why he was late and then blamed it on them?
Yeah, he blamed it on them.
Oh, wow.
And then when they asked him about the Project 2025, we got to go. Our time is up. Come on.
He didn't bounce, did he?
That's why he doesn't want to debate.
He got up and left.
Kamala, because she's smart.
Yeah.
And nobody in her camp is falling for that.
If Trump debates, I guarantee it's not going to be a slip, but he going to say you.
He is gonna say something.
I see him losing. He's
gonna
notice he's losing the debate, and then he's gonna lose his cool.
Right.
So I think the debate, and then Trump tries to say, "Hey, I got a debate scheduled on Fox on September the 4th. All you got to do is show up." She's like, "Whoa, wait a minute. Let's agree we're gonna do the one on the 10th." Because he wants to do with Fox, he's already chose the people that's gonna moderate it. Come on, bro. We don't. What we do that at? Why they do that at?
No, we don't do that.
Yeah, come on, man.
We don't do that.
I hope she step in his arena. Step in his arena. He can't step in his arena and expose him for it. The first time he mispronounces her name, if she just turned to him and says. She tells me, she goes, "No, that's gonna be Madam President to you. Hopefully in a couple months."
No. I wish she would say, "Are you stupid? Can you not pronounce my name?" I mean, I would be like serious. Can you not pronounce my name?
Yeah, no doubt.
And we all black men, and we all married to black women.
Yep.
You can't argue with a black woman.
No, you can't.
You can't. What argument?
And he ain't gonna be able to do that shit. He ain't gonna be able to do that shit he did with Hillary, where he was lurking behind her and all that shit.
You're not gonna be able to go low with a black woman.
No, you can't.
You can't play that game with them. And I think he knows that. The people in his camp tell him.
Because he's gonna tell her, well, you just now start being recognized as black, and that's probably gonna set it off right there.
Right.
She might pull a wig off on that shit.
Not the wig.
I know the same woman that went to Howard.
Right.
Plays AKA.
So just now started being black. Oh my God.
Okay.
I'd love to see that. I'd pay for that.
Yeah.
I'd pay for that.
Boy, so, can we turn the corner yet?
Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this stick, because this cigar is not bad. It's actually not
mellow. It's medium. I know that.
So it is it goes with the it's a E.H. Taylor. So I'm just gonna read what our friends from Google says about this stick, which they give it good remarks. So I didn't realize that this stick is made. I didn't realize that the same people, you said Sazerac, but it's also the same people that makes Eagle Rare. The same people that makes Pappy Van Winkle, Buffalo Trace, and I said I had a stick this weekend, Buffalo Trace, and I had the Buffalo Trace whiskey. So this is kind of a step above the Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace is 25. This is almost 100. So it's a good
step
stick.
above.
Yeah, it's a step above. So let me read here about this cigar. The Colonel E.H. Taylor. I guess it's pronounced Corjo, has been crafted to capture the expressions that you're looking for in a Colonel E.H. Taylor bourbon and pairs very well. If you're lucky enough to find a bottle, I highly anyway. It says this cigar's medium body pairs well with your bourbon of choice, crafted with premium Dominican long filters, meticulously bunched inside a binder from I'm not going to even try to pronounce it, so y'all won't have to laugh, and enveloped in a leathery wrapper, which you're in for a treat. So basically, it's a medium-bodied cigar, and they give it good marks. Out of the ratings that it got, it had 4.5 out of 5 stars. So
that's nice.
It's good.
That's
maybe
nice.
once again you did your
Hey,
damn
man,
thing.
I'm gonna give myself a clap on the back end. I appreciate it. What you think of the stick?
It's a good stick. It's a good stick. I like it. It's smooth. It says it's a little given medium, right? So I'm trying to hold on here with the ash I got right now, but it's a good stick.
How long you been smoking?
Man, I guess long enough to where I can't remember. That's
a good
Longer than you've been playing golf.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you were to go to a cigar lounge and they and you didn't take a stick with you, what would you buy?
Yeah, I like the Palencias.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my go-to stick of choice.
That's a lot of people's go-to. We done had a lot of people on the show that's their go-to stick.
I mean, it's a smooth stick, and it got obviously a wider range, a variety as well. So that's my go-to.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right, Smoke Fam, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. We gotta get somebody to smoke, and also Rick, we're gonna crack open this other bottle.
Oh, yes, sir.
This is LeBron.
This is LeBron James. What is it called? Lobos.
Lobos 17?
1707.
Yeah.
Try that. You a tequila fan?
We're gonna go to one from the other, huh? This that type of podcast.
Yeah.
I'm just selling in right here.
See, I'm empty. I'm empty here. I'm ready to.
Y'all got started a little bit before me, so.
Right. No pressure. No pressure.
All right, Smoke Fam, we'll be right back.
All right.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Smoke Podcast. So we had a long, extended break.
Yeah.
Memphis Like Gas and Water decided to turn off our electricity.
I'm glad we had a representative.
Yeah, I'm glad we had a representative to get us back on
Let's
quick.
get him on the mic and speak on it.
Yeah. Randy, you got anything you want to say? You know, Randy's first question was, did y'all pay your bill?
Right. That's the first thing out of his mouth.
First thing out of his mouth.
Did you pay
your bill?
But he redeemed himself. He called. He made a call. Hey, this is Randy. I need to speak to whoever's in control of the lights. I'm over here, my guy. Y'all making me look bad. Y'all making me look bad now.
That's right.
I need to get these fucking lights turned back on right now. And then boom, there they were.
There they were.
Boy, I tell you what, it's always good to have friends in big places.
It is.
Yeah. You gotta have them. You gotta have them.
So, typically at this point of the show, we give the smoke to somebody.
Some unfortunate being.
Yeah, but before we do the smoke, let's talk about this Lobos 1707
Teach your song, Faye.
Let me give me a little.
Coming off the last show with all those high ends.
So this is not high end?
Let's see. Well,
they claim it is.
They claim it is. And, it's LeBron James' name behind it, so.
I'm going to say this.
When did it come out? Even though when you buy this, nowhere does this say LeBron is associated with it.
No.
Well, I mean,
and Kevin Hart
doesn't. Most of them
other than every time Kevin Hart is on the show, he always carrying the bottle like, let's go, y'all.
Hey, I don't blame him.
But, and I found this out today from my rep, Kevin Hart bought 50% of it. I think he put 1.7 million into the brand.
Oh, good.
Oh, really?
So 50% of every bottle sold after everything is his. So that was brilliant on his part. But yeah, that's Kevin Hart's jam. So he gonna promote it because he get paid for every bottle sold.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. The bottle looked like his shoes.
Do you own a pair of LeBrons?
No.
There it is.
No.
I don't know anybody that have them.
I don't.
Do you have any?
I don't have a pair of LeBrons.
Yeah. Anybody in the
Now
I got some Jordans. Now, if Mike came out with a damn
one of these
tequila,
days, I'll bless us
does.
with Jordan's bottle, and we'll talk about it.
now.
Again,
And
Speaking of Jordan,
I'll
I'm
save
surprised
it for
Jordan
the
don't
show.
have a stick where we talking about promotion.
True.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. All right, I'm gonna try it. So what are y'all thought process on this?
it's different.
Smooth on the front, it's peppery, spicy on the back. When you get to the true essence of what tequila is, that spice is a part of it, but it's a little harsh here.
It's very harsh here.
It's a little harsh here.
It goes straight to your nose.
Yeah, I mean, you smell it on the nose. I said, okay, this is peppery.
Let me just read what Google has to say about this.
Got to say.
It says the Lobo 1707 is a Mexican tequila and mezcal company. The tequila was founded by Diego or whatever in 2020. The company produces many kinds of tequilas, and on the reviews it says it's cultivated from 100% blue Webar agave. Now I've seen 100% blue agave. What in the hell is Webar? Webar. And using a method before bottling, which they take different ages. So it's kind of like, you know, on the Uncle Nearest, you know, if you get the some of their higher ends, it's a blend. It's like different barrels that they take and they mix it together. So I'm assuming that that's what this is. Again, and maybe it's because this is an old Wikipedia review. It doesn't mention LeBron anywhere on this website. So
nah, he just bought on a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay. Well,
he probably should have chose some better shit.
If y'all want to try it, I mean, go to R&R Liquor and Wine, 3481 Austin P.
Yes, sir.
Tell Rick to go in the back because I'm sure he gonna and get you that red bottle.
They out front.
They out front. But you know,
it's not caught on to the point that it's, you know, again, to your point there, LeBron's name isn't mentioned with it. If you Google LeBron James tequila, it's pictures all over with Lobo's T-shirts and with the bottles. So he just bought on, I want to say, less than 2 years ago.
One of his many
ventures.
investments.
Yeah, philanthropic.
Yeah. Have you a tequila person?
Not so much.
Yeah.
I like vodkas more than I do tequilas. So.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your go-to vodka? What was if you?
I mean Tito's. That's first place I'm gonna go is to Tito's.
Keep it in the States,
Yeah,
bro.
man,
Keep it in the
yeah,
States.
man.
Made in Texas.
Yeah, made in
Good
Texas.
stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Born and bred.
It's a little too harsh for me.
Yeah, I mean it's tequila, but again the
I mean, you know,
spice on the end throws me.
if I haven't had really good tequila, I'd probably be like,
Again,
oh, okay.
Once you understand the essence of what
Well,
it is
yeah.
you're drinking, you have
Yeah.
a better appreciation.
So
of
this weekend,
garbage. Well, not appreciation. You have a better recognition of garbage.
I purchased a bottle.
I'm not gonna call this garbage.
It's not
Shout out
garbage.
to LeBron. Shout out to people
Because
at Lobos.
everybody's
It's not
palate
garbage.
is different.
Yeah, it's a
and
lot
and some
different.
people may absolutely love this. It's not that it's a no. I just wouldn't buy this
Right.
when there's
Yeah,
so
there's
many
so
other
many
ones
others you can choose
that's
from.
good.
Right.
This is a good to say if you one of those people. Oh man, you gotta try this new LeBron James.
It's a conversation piece.
Yeah.
You pull it out, you know, around your boys, you know, and you know, get them to taste it, and you know, to Rick's point, you know, that first sip does kind of punch you just a little bit, and then you know, like I learned with
second and third sip.
yeah, like I learned with that
sip
Le
same
Portier cognac. Is if you drink it and you're truly just sipping and you got a good stick, it's not bad. And
No,
I see
it's not. It's not
eyeballs.
Let me
It's not $100.
let me be full disclosure on liquor
Okay.
and drinking.
Yeah.
Okay. What you're looking for from liquor, you're gonna get. So if you're drinking garbage, I've drunk many a garbage bottle, but
We all
after the
have.
second and third sip, oh, it's tolerable.
It's
It's gonna give me
drink.
what I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
and at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's liquor.
Right, right.
We consuming it
I
to
ain't
for an
opened the
effect.
bottle yet, as bad as it was, and threw it out in my house. I'll finish it.
Yeah.
You know, but
And
again,
this one right here, I think it smells like tequila. It tastes like tequila. Unlike that stuff I tried, you know, that green stuff. It didn't smell like
it's
tequila.
trying to be something else.
Yeah, it didn't smell like tequila, and it didn't taste like it. And the Kevin Hart's to me is good, but it doesn't smell like tequila, and it's got a sweet taste to
And
it.
it's,
He had a bad
it's
aftertaste.
marketable
It's got a-
with sweetness.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
That's
They're
for
marketing
women.
with the
like
yeah.
Don Julio, like I said at the last show. You know, it's marketing toward the people that are going to drink it. You know, it's nobody drinking Don Julio or, again, in this case, Lobos.
What's the price point on Lobos?
You call me out on that one. I want to say 60
Really?
for Repo. It's that middle tier that Don Julio is at. It's not that premium tier like Sincoro or anything else out there.
or that Clase Azul.
Clase. Yeah, it's that middle tier.
So this will be
everybody's getting in because that's where the money is.
Yeah, this is where what's the other one we had last week?
Casa Noble.
Noble.
That's some good stuff.
But again, Casa Noble, Casa Noble's been around forever.
Yeah.
And again, it's that quintessential what you're looking for in tequila. If you know tequila, that's what you're looking for.
Right.
And you know it's good without anybody's name attached to it.
Exactly.
It's good tequila. It is what tequila's supposed to be. This is tequila, but they're marketing for a crowd that I'm not in.
Okay. All right. Yeah. There you go.
Y'all heard it.
Try it if you like. I mean,
if you're still unsure,
if it's your tribe, it's your tribe.
Yeah.
And if you're still unsure, just go by 3481 Austin P.
Right on.
Ask for Rick, or anybody can help you. But if you ask for Rick and you nice, he may go in the back and get you one of his good stashes, or you may get something. I'm not gonna say he gonna do anything.
Real nice with me.
Yeah, you gotta be real nice. Walk in, humble, and he'll hook you up. I'll just say that.
So, Mickell, what other than politics, what else you do?
Man, my daughters, other than being a father full time, but I've been working at FedEx for 24 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So appreciate that. Started out as an intern there when I graduated from Lemoyne College, and I've been there ever since. So I'm a director right now over in our sales organization. So it's been good.
When I was shooting what was I shooting? I was shooting with Fred Smith Jr. and you were there. You were there. So that was cool.
Yeah, no doubt.
I love seeing my folks out.
Is that your glasses talking, man?
They are talking. You hear it on here?
Yeah.
I'm trying to shut them up.
Boy, I tell you what, man.
Got the high-tech stuff going on over there, man.
Technology right here.
My son just texted me and said I made it home to Georgia, so that was important for me.
No doubt.
That's good.
I
didn't know glasses could talk, so
I was just wondering what it was, Tony Stark.
Glasses?
Tony Stark, I was just wondering what it was.
I'm sitting here like, dude, are you drunk? Did you say glasses talking? How is his glasses talking? Okay.
It said, Johnny texted and said, I have made it to Georgia. Love y'all. So shout out to my son. He made it back down to Atlanta. So
shout out.
Shout out to technology because I didn't know glasses can talk.
I didn't either. I was like, where's that coming from?
Whether y'all know it or
glass
not.
will take a picture for you too as well. If you didn't notice.
What?
His glass will take pictures of you too.
One.
Yeah. So Kimberly has. It's like 3 or 4 people that have gotten these glasses since I got them, and I love my glasses. I do. Yeah. So anyway,
man, how was your party over the weekend?
It was good. Well attended. We had a good time. I was surprised by how many people got in the pool, including Super Noop.
Super Noob got in the pool?
Dived in, went on the damn diving board and dived into the water. I was like, man, look at that. And then I had the best time playing spades that I've ever had in my entire life. I heard about this story.
You was killing them.
I was killing them.
You was killing them, Mike?
I was killing them. Y'all wasn't here, so I stepped in there. I'm going to take these damn glasses off because it's still talking. My wife, I was killing them, man. I was killing them, period. I'm just going to leave it right there.
Mickell, you play spades?
Oh, yeah, man. You got to. Come on now.
Got to. You can't
Come on.
Could not go to LOC.
Come on, I went to HBCU, man.
Yes,
you got to play spades. You got to play domino. You got to take it old school, play some tonk. You got to do some craps. You got to do all those kind of things.
With the young people, you got to play Uno.
We ain't playing no damn Uno. Go someplace else. We had spades and dominoes. That was
there
it.
You go.
Nobody wanted to play dominoes because they just didn't. So we broke out the spades and we went in.
Who was your partner, Ike?
Barron, a partner of mine that I grew up with. Me and Barron grew up. I've known this guy since elementary school, and we went to high school together. He was my next door neighbor. So, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really know he could play spades like that. So yeah, we represented. So we'll have to do it again and invite you and Randy. And even we rose Hollywood. So we was on a roll. We rose Hollywood up. So
who was Hollywood's partner?
Who was his partner? Was it you? Oh, it was Randy. It was you. Randy looking like you was his partner, yeah?
No, I had the other guy. I don't know his name. It wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't you? Okay.
The guy with the bag. I can't remember his name. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, the bag.
Oh, we had a guy giving out. We had a guy giving out Cuban cigars, Fade. That's what was up. He was
That's
giving
what
out
I'm talking about
Cubans.
right there.
He was
I had
giving
to
out
miss it.
Cubans.
Yeah, man. I had a all day long shoot, so I had to make that money.
Money over everything.
Yes, it is.
Back to Mickell, man. Let's talk about Memphis politics and the condition of Memphis City and what's going on.
Yes,
what
yes.
are your thoughts?
What's your thoughts on that, Mickell?
Man, I'm always hopeful about Memphis. When I seen about our community, when it's time to come together, we do. So I'm always going to be optimistic about our city. You know, I'm tired of hearing about the potential we have because we've been saying that word for a long time.
Yeah.
It's really time for us to realize that. So we've made some changes, right? We got a new mayor. I think he's been in office about 120 days now.
Yeah.
And so we got to give him a little time on that as well. But, you know, as we come together, I'm excited about what the possibilities can be.
Right.
You know, I think we got some changing to do, obviously, when it comes to our crime and really putting some things in place for our young people so they can see some other direction.
Amen.
Some of these folks need to be aware of the programs that we have out there that help them see some things differently. I get that. But also, too, we know we need some help from the state to make sure that we got some stiffer laws on the books.
State don't love us.
No, they don't love us at all.
They
They
do not
don't love us at all.
Ain't
But
no love.
tell you one thing, you know, most things they do to the detriment of West Tennessee. And I say West, that's including us in Nashville.
Right.
But, you know, the fact that certain things like drag racing now is considered a felony, I'm okay with that.
Me too.
I'm okay with that because people are
feels
doing that as a joyride. And I tell you, for some young folks, they're going to say, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. And probably what we should do, we got some property out here. You know, if we're going to have some drag racing, if that's part of the culture, then let's put it someplace where it can be, regulated
safe
and people can see that. Right,
Yeah.
we got a whole racetrack out there in Millington.
We got a racetrack in Millington, and they used to race
Right.
on Saturday nights. You could come out with your car and you could
Yeah,
race
but you
it.
can't do donuts
You
what they
can't-
want.
but that's stupid. That doesn't benefit anybody.
funny,
You doing donuts in the
Mickell,
middle of the street. That
Funny
doesn't-
Mickell said culture, and I've said this for a long time, for what it's worth. I don't think we can govern now how we govern 10, 15, 20 years ago.
can't.
I agree.
We really, the culture is this. Let's make accommodations for it.
That's right. That's right.
And try, and try to move forward from there.
What do the young people have to do? Back in my day, we had Liberty Land.
Right.
You know, we had what was that?
Summer
You had
programs.
Venture River.
Yeah, you had the little beach. What was it? That was down in on 78 on Lamar. It used to be a beach down
Yeah, it used
there
to be a beach
that
down
you could go. I remember going as when I was younger. You don't like. There's nothing. I'm not saying there's nothing for them to do, but there's nothing for them to do. Like there's nothing like entertainment. Like to Mickell's point, we used to have a water park. We used to have all this stuff, and we don't have really anything for young people to do. I've been in several city council where they're begging business owners to open up their doors and bring in some young people. We had more people applying, wanting to get jobs than there were jobs.
Right.
So what do you do?
Well, let me shout out to Commissioner Caswell on this too, because good friend and colleague, and what he's been able to do is to start midnight basketball up again as well over at some churches. And again, I'm going and played, and it's packed out there from 9 to midnight to give some. And we've seen crime go down in that area as well. And again, not saying that's the end all to be all, but you do need activities to do. You know, I'm with you on that. We used to have these amusement parks, things of that nature, but not every city has those things, and I don't think that's the end all to be all too. Because you go to a park one week, that what you gonna do? You gonna go there the next day? You gonna go there the day after that, right? And then can you afford to go? Right.
And then
there's
unfortunately
a culture,
those also
amusement parks.
Yeah, no, it's not the
it's
culture.
not.
Right. That's
But
not the culture.
but it also breeds people showing up there to do bad shit too.
Right.
That's the unfortunate part, and then so now you got to have a lot of security there. You got to have all that.
Right.
Yeah, but you're in Memphis. So right off the bat, if you're in Memphis, you should know. Like my example, Top Golf opened. They didn't have enough security.
Yeah.
And what happened? Bam! Somebody goes to get
going-
into a fight and it's a shooting. But you hadn't heard any more about them because
But-
then they quickly recognized and
But
made
my
it.
thing with Top Golf is this: it's a social spot.
Yep.
Nobody care about golf. They
Well,
care about that's
some
what
people do.
Well, some people
Some
do.
people do.
But most of the people coming there to just socialize.
Social-
Yeah,
Right.
at 5 and 6 o'clock. 'Cause
And then you
when
get
my
those
son
people-
goes to Top Golf, he goes at 10 o'clock in the morning when they
Right.
first open.
Right.
He's got pretty much the whole thing to himself, and he's going to play
But the
golf.
cats out here drag racing and doing
Yeah.
all this foolishness don't care about golf. They care
true.
about all my dogs gonna be there.
Right.
I'm gonna go. I ain't playing golf. I'm just going there to be around my friends and take selfies and stuff.
And a perfect example of that is what's the little video game place?
I know what you're talking about because the security guards just shot each other out there. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Main event.
Yeah,
I mean, people just show up there just
that
to
was
hang
a
out.
thing 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, it's just a meeting spot. Ain't nobody bowling.
Well, they show up and
games.
everybody's strapped.
Yeah, they there to be with their friends.
Yeah.
And there ain't no activities there that spark their interest.
Because honestly, you can go in there and watch a game and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's something that we do.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's a nice little spot. I mean, I hope you hate to see people mess it up for everybody else.
Right.
You know, I guess that's the unfortunate part of it.
So Mickell has switched cigars,
What
and
you-
he got a good cigar. He got one from our brothers from Belief.
Yeah, no doubt.
yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, shout out to Belief,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to
That's
Belief.
my
You know,
guys,
you know,
man.
during that little break, my cigar was getting a little small for me. You know, so you know,
I'm with you.
You right over there with me. Yeah, it's a quick smoke, so I figured I go ahead and switch it up.
Right,
Thank you,
right,
brother.
right.
Appreciate that.
Shout out to the guys at Belief,
Yeah,
man.
shout
That's
out
some
to
good
Belief.
people.
So who we gonna get a smoke to?
Let's not get a smoke. There's so many good things that happen. Let's get some flowers out. Damn, Rick. Let's get some flowers out. You
It's
know,
small.
we got to get the flowers out to all the medal winners for the Olympics. And you know, some people really did that thing, man. The swimmers, the
Track runners. I watched this
runners.
brother today. He was running. He had this face like he wasn't gonna make it, but he kept going. Next thing you know,
Yeah, man, he was he halfway through he was down. He was 5th place.
yeah, and then he ended up winning.
And
So,
he was running like this.
yeah, he was running like damn, I'm trying to catch it. Give me my money back. And then, hey, I want to give a big shout out, a big congratulations to Tammy Sawyer. She became the Shelby County
Right. We can get a hand
Court-
clap for that, man.
General
That's
Sessions
General
Court.
Sessions Court Clerk. Right. That's
Way to go,
Now, let me
Tammy.
ask you, what is that job?
So that job, you think about for all of the traffic and things of that nature and documents that come in from a county standpoint, that's what she'll be responsible for. She'll be managing that office. So make sure that's run efficiently. Hopefully we'll get our stuff on time and things of that nature. And it collects revenue for the county as well. So it's an important job.
Very much so.
That's what we call when we need somebody to fix our tickets now. No, I'm just kidding.
Now let me ask you this, Mickell. Do you ever think there's going to be one government?
That was my question too, Fabian. I was gonna ask that too.
Good one.
That's a good question.
No. All right.
And now let me ask you this.
Okay.
Is it because the amount of jobs that will be lost?
No.
Because there's some big salaries over there.
Nah, I don't think that. The reason why it won't be is because the way our charter set up is that now each municipality, we got 7 that's in the county, right? So we talk about municipalities, you got to have, Bartlett, Collierville, Millington, Lakeland,
Arlington.
East, Arlington. They all have to agree, right? So not only does the city of Memphis has to vote, so do they as well, right?
They'd have to give up their charter
Well,
or give up something to.
or Memphis will have to give up his.
yeah,
Right? I think we all can agree we could be more efficient working together if there was a consolidated government. But it's not. I don't think it's going to happen. The stickling part used to be the schools. People say they didn't want with schools, but now those
Yeah, that should
municipalities
be
got their
a
own
part.
school
Yeah.
districts, so it's not that anymore. But I still think that we can still compete together if we work it the right way. I think it's incumbent on all the mayors to make sure they're working together to get some things done. There's nothing wrong with all the mayors getting in a room on a consistent basis, discussing what should be, how can we be more efficient, and then let the legislative bodies take care of that. I don't think we're operating that way right now. So because the laws impede that happening, you just can't say, okay, so be it. You got to find other ways to get around it, and I think that's what we should be doing.
The reason I ask you because the issue that I have with it is I think homeowners and business owners suffer the most for that because we're paying double tax. We're being double taxed on everything, and if you got both, a business and a home, you really screwed.
Oh yeah, we're the highest taxed county in the state.
in Tennessee.
Yeah.
In the state, even our sales tax is also the highest.
And then we paying. If you live in Memphis, you paying for school districts that your kids can't even go to.
Well, no doubt, you are.
I'm in Bartlett. Here.
You sound like Randy. Just pay your damn taxes.
Pay your damn taxes.
Yeah. We got to do it. We got to do it.
You got to do it. But I hate getting those 2 letters, boy. You know them, boy. You're like, fuck,
Yeah.
But you know what though? Even though for the folks who live in the municipalities, they getting too, right? They pay twice the tax as well. Bartlett pays because to pay for their schools, they have to do it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And they raise taxes out there because a lot of people talk about our schools and what they look like and things of that nature, and we want them to be the best environments they can be. But those municipalities raise their taxes so they can build those schools.
So so if you live in Bartlett, you pay a Bartlett tax and a Shelby
Bartlett
County.
tax.
Shelby
right.
County tax.
That's right.
Twice, if not 3 times.
Everybody, yep.
Yes.
Unless you live in an unincorporated area. You live in an unincorporated area.
You getting over.
You paying that one.
You're enjoying
Yeah,
it.
no doubt.
Yeah, part of mine, he moved out to
stay in
East.
Bartlett.
He's like,
You get a letter every goddamn month.
So when I stayed in Southwind, unincorporated part of Shelby County,
Right.
we had that one. And when the city tried to annex us, I cannot remember this lady's name. She fought tooth and nail to not get the part of Shelby County that I stay in annexed. And her points were valid. She said you're not going to be able to do the fire coverage. You're not going to be able to do the lights. The city at the time didn't have money. So her point was that you can't afford to annex us, and the courts agreed, and they didn't get annexed. Of course, I moved out, but that's And there's parts of, and I stay in Cordova. There's parts of Cordova, like the street that I stay on. If you come up the street, you're in the city of Memphis. If you go 3 houses from where I'm at, you're in the county. Like there's no street lights, and the garbage.
So it just stops.
It just stops on my street, going up my street. Again, I'm in the city. You go 2 houses past me, and they're in the county.
Wow.
Garbage pickup, no street lights.
Yep.
Sidewalks are there because the sidewalks were all the way down, but literally they're in the county.
Yeah.
Unincorporated too.
Bartlett's the same way.
Yeah.
I can drive down Billy Mare and go from Arlington to Shelby County to Bartlett within a mile.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So no to that, huh?
Nah, I know to
it's not
that.
gonna
But that doesn't mean we can't find a way to effectively work better together when it comes to that.
That's it.
Yeah, I think it's interesting you said all the mayors get together. Are they even thinking that way?
I haven't seen it done. But I think that's what should be done.
But the interesting thing though, when because I've been in the room with all the mayors a few times, they recognize the hierarchy of the mayorship. They all kowtow to Memphis.
Yeah.
They all do.
Well, they don't exist. They don't exist if it's not for Memphis.
Yeah.
Right.
And people have that. Well, we don't want to be a part of Memphis. Well, if it weren't for Memphis, you wouldn't exist.
It wouldn't exist.
And so
and honestly, South Haven wouldn't exist.
Oh no, not at all.
Olive
Not at
Branch
all.
and all those places would not exist.
We got to compete regionally.
Yeah.
Again, back to the culture. All right, let's look at how do we do these things differently.
Right.
If this was a business problem, which it really is in the day, we wouldn't just throw our hands of it. We say, all right, well, how we engineer this thing to make sure it's more effective and more effective for people at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, let's shoot a question to Mr. Mickell. What would you like to see Memphis do next, man? What's the next big thing you'd like to see happen?
Oh man, I'm glad you asked that because I got to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. A hip hop museum is one of the things I want to see done here next. I've been working on that for a few years now, and I'm thankful for the County Commission that's helped set aside some funding. We've already started the focus groups and feasibility study. And I just think Memphis is the right place to celebrate that genre of music. And because we're a music city, right? I think as we were talking a little bit in the break, we already celebrate so many genres of music, right? We got Stax, we got the Blues Foundation, we got the Rock and Soul, we got Sun Studios, we got Graceland, right?
Yep.
So we celebrate all genres of music. We don't have one to celebrate that genre of music, hip hop. And hip hop influences the culture. We talked about Snoop being at the Olympics right now, right?
Yes.
Right. So when you think about the influences that the music has come right out of Memphis, how it's influenced the world, I think we obviously need to have a heavy dose of Memphis, no doubt. But I think we should be this, of emphasis on the South. It could be a big tourist attraction as well. You bring in other states, artists out of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida.
Southern hip hop,
right?
man.
Come on. Yeah.
I was a part of that focus group. One of the because they did we did like 5, and I was part of one of them. And I made a point to say, hey, everything in this world is fashioned around hip hop.
Yep.
Everything.
Right.
You can't name anything.
Right.
You can't go anywhere. You can't go to any. You can't even go to a Trump rally without them playing hip hop.
Man, he walking out to Many Men.
Yeah. 50. Yeah.
Come on, man.
So
Come on, man.
I mean, you can't go to a basketball game. You can't go to any. You can't even go to hockey.
You can't watch the Olympics right now
Olympics.
without seeing Snoop.
Yeah.
Hey, and country, We coming for y'all.
We
finna take over country music. We finna take over country music.
You think about it. You know, back when Nelly did the song with the country singer back in the day, and Moneybagg just did a song with a country singer.
Yeah,
I mean,
Beyonce, she got hers.
It's so much things. It's so, and you know, the funny thing is hearing the negativity about them possibly having a hip hop museum.
Yeah,
here. Oh, it's gonna bring the wrong element. Well, I mean, Elvis bring rednecks.
Right.
No doubt.
But we talked about it earlier. The culture.
The culture.
Let's give into the culture. I
Give
mean,
into
if that's
the
where
culture.
it's going, if that's where it's going, is that's where you get the masses.
Right.
Let's invest. Let's divest.
All Louis
Let's jump
Vuitton, Lamborghini, all these
Everyone.
brands wouldn't be shit if it wasn't for
in.
hip hop.
Everyone has called someone
doubt.
from the hip hop genre to be their ambassador.
Right.
Louis Vuitton with Pharrell.
Yeah. And we can be honest
on.
about it. Like,
Let's be
listen, we know that every hip hop song ain't positive. We know there's some terrible lyrics and some things of that nature. Now that I'm raising young girls, there's some things they can't listen to at all.
Right. Absolutely.
But you know, you celebrate it as art. And I compare it to the National Civil Rights Museum. You know, when you walk into the National Civil Rights Museum, there's some uncomfortable conversations. You're going to feel uneasy about some things that happened in our past.
Hit you in the throat.
Oh, yeah, catch you right there. But hopefully when you walk out of there, you have a renewed sense of spirit. You understand the history that hopefully that makes sure it doesn't repeat itself. And that's what some young people can see coming to this museum. They say, okay, it's art. It's not life. Let's celebrate the art. But also this museum, I want it to be interactive, and I want to see how young people can see there's other things than being in front of the microphone.
Yeah.
They can be behind the camera.
The producers,
That's
the
right.
beat makers.
No doubt.
You got all this
All kind of stuff.
A&R. You
Right.
got all these things that you can do. And I don't care if you can't rap or
That's
sing.
right. That's
you got
right.
all these different things that
It's
you
the
can
culture.
do.
It's the culture.
Right, it's the culture.
Yeah,
Like I
you
said,
can be the artist.
Again, back to Snoop. We celebrate Snoop, but he's bitches and hoes and weed.
Yeah,
Come on,
gin and juice.
We see past that.
Got it started on an album
We
called
see
The Chronic.
past that. Right,
Yes.
come on, right. We see past that to see the culture.
Hey, man, I don't see nothing wrong with none of that.
And we invest in it. We invest. The man is the face of the Olympics right now.
He's
bro.
the face of the Olympics.
He's the face of the Olympics.
He
And
talking
talks
about
weed.
sports.
He smoke weed daily.
Yeah.
and talks about women
did you
as
see him
bitches
and Martha Stewart? They were dressed up in their like they were riding horses. It was her birthday. You know without a doubt that her and Snoop went and smoked one together. You know this. Come on, man.
So
Don't play.
yeah. Shout out to that whole idea of that hip hop.
Appreciate
museum,
it.
man.
I'm excited.
You know,
about
and then if you look when Dolph passed away, then they did a Dolph museum, and it didn't start here in Memphis. Even though Dolph grew up in South Memphis, Castalia,
Right.
In that area, how come we had to create a museum around Dolph someplace else? He came to Memphis like third or fourth after they'd been every place else. Oh, we probably should go to Memphis.
Right.
I can hear somebody. Yeah, we might need to bring
It was
to
DJ
Memphis.
Envy, wasn't he?
Yeah, Envy was the one, and the bad part is if you didn't get those tickets early, most people in Memphis. I'm not gonna say most. Well, it was quite pricey. I'll just say that it was because I didn't buy my tickets initially. I'm like, okay, I'll just wait and buy them after the fact. If I wanted,
Tell the truth, you was hoping somebody call you, hey, Ben, can you take some pictures?
well, no, I wanted to take my grandkids to the museum so they could see it because he had a car show in the museum.
Yeah.
I think it was like $100 a person for me to buy tickets to take them just to go and see it.
I mean, like, you
And it's sold out though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So again, that's the culture.
That's the proof of concept that it could work here.
Yeah,
It should.
yeah.
And we got to, and to your point, we should lead in this effort because I'm telling you, this won't be a new concept. Like I was talking about Brooklyn. Obviously, that's where it started in the Bronx, but they got the Universal Hip Hop Museum in Brooklyn. But I've heard that other cities are thinking about it. Houston's thinking about it. Detroit makes sense. They're a music city too. They're thinking about it. So we could lead in this effort. And, so I'm excited about it. And hopefully get it done pretty soon here. And I think, again, we're talking about something that could be really good attraction, not only for our tourists, but again, for our young people, for our students to go see. There's so many different aspects of the culture that they can learn about. Dance, fashion. I mean, you think about it. Even graffiti at one point was seen taboo, but what do we see now? We see murals everywhere. And that was influenced from tagging and things of that nature. That's influenced from that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
like
So I'm
Basquiat.
gonna go ahead and put it out there. If you need Spotlight or Isaac Singles Photography Services, we will be more than happy to,
No doubt,
to
no
jump on
doubt.
that. No doubt.
Yes.
Beautiful,
That was a good point, Mickell. I'm glad
Love
you
to
brought
see
that
it
up.
happen, man. That's beautiful. I'm looking forward to that, man.
Yep.
So how can people find you? If somebody wanted to follow Mickell Lowery, where are you at on social media?
No doubt. I'm all over, all right? Facebook, obviously the name, and then Instagram, MK Lowery, and then obviously if you got some things that you want to talk about for your neighborhoods at the county, you can reach me at county government down at Mickell Lowery, at ShelbyCountyTN.gov, or just call 222-1000. Make it easy.
222-1000.
222-1000 gets the office.
That's what I'm talking about. And we want to give a special shout out to your dad also, the former
Blaze
mayor.
the trail.
Yeah.
Myron Lowery.
Generations of public service, bro.
Yes,
That's
but
a hand clap right there.
also Myron Lowery worked at Channel 5 too.
right. Let's not forget
He worked
that.
at
For
Channel
those
5.
old enough to remember.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
Smooth that ass.
I appreciate you say that. And every time, obviously, my father's a little bit older, so shout out to my dad. But
Yeah.
every time I get a chance to give some flowers, I want to do that. He's the longest serving African American in the history of city official in Memphis politics ever. And he's the only person.
Really?
Yeah, no doubt. And he's the only person that ever served in all three branches of government. He was a city council, so that's legislative. He was mayor for a while, interim, the executive, and then he served in the judicial as city court clerk, and no one else has ever done that. So shout out to Myron.
Wow.
Myron Lowery. That's what's up, bro.
Shout out.
Yes, sir.
And then I got it just because you mentioned Channel 5 too. I don't want to just throw the politics in there as well. A lot of folks know my dad from when he was the only one or two black people that were on the air at that time. And obviously, it's no secret he had a lawsuit with WMC because he wasn't treated fairly when it comes to that. He didn't get a lot of things
And
as
he
white
won.
was, right? But in his lawsuit, what he said in the lawsuit, he said, "What do you want?" Well, besides being compensated, because that's what we all want. We want to be compensated fairly. He said, "I want more opportunities for African Americans to work in media." And I can't tell you how many people have told me, they maybe give me interviews, they say, "Hey, tell your dad thank you. It's because of him I have my job." So shout out to him.
Definitely, man. I'm a big fan of Myron. I really am.
Absolutely.
I told y'all we should just left the damn clapping going all day.
Right, for real. Right.
So, the next big holiday we got coming up is Labor Day.
Yes.
And of course, if you're going to consume some libations, I'm going to recommend that you go to R&R Liquor, 3481 Austin P,
Shout
right
out to
down
Rick.
there,
Shout out to
across
Rick.
from the police station and all that other stuff right there. If Rick ain't got it, you probably don't need it.
You don't need it if Rick ain't got it. And we were talking about earlier, real quick, that when they were doing that in Raleigh, they were doing that big construction over there where the former Raleigh Spring Mall was.
Yeah.
They put a skate park there.
Right.
People's like, what the hell we need a skate park for?
And it's
That
always
skate
crowded
park
now.
is always packed.
Always back. Yeah.
And
Is that the only one?
No,
It's
there's one over by the fairgrounds as well. There's
Is it
a
okay?
skate park over there.
All right. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it either, but that thing is always packed.
At
It
all
is
times of the
and
night,
they
bro.
never have any issues over there either.
Right.
Yeah.
None.
And that's even before the police moved in, because they opened the skate park before they finished everything. So people were over there skating left and right before they even opened up the library and the precinct.
Right. It's well lit. I mean, they're
Yeah.
out there at night. It's great. I love seeing it. I said, man, that Memphis on the move right there.
Yeah,
no doubt.
exactly.
And y'all got a Chick-fil-A, a Starbucks. I'm like,
Coming up.
damn.
Hey, Whataburger be open in a minute.
Is that what that is?
Yes. Tropical Smoothies open up behind Starbucks. Behind Starbucks.
Behind,
Across the street from Starbucks is Whataburger going in. Dude, it's a new oil change. I mean, it's a lot going on out there. Shout out to Raleigh. I'm not. That's
Probably
not
doing
is
this
that true?
thing. Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, we got to get Antonio.
No, not Raleigh, but I gotta say shout out because I went to Craig month. So get shout.
Oh, you went to Craig?
Shout
Okay, all right.
shout out. Yeah, I went to Craig month for a minute. Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to Raleigh. But yeah, a lot of good things happening out there.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. And that means my property value is going up big. and that's what we always concerned about, cause property value is the thing that we buy. That's why we buy property.
No doubt.
It
No doubt.
makes
keep its
things-
value.
It makes things accessible.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
Make sure you guys follow us on all social media. The Smoke Podcast on Instagram, the Smoke Podcast on Facebook. Definitely subscribe and like the videos we share on YouTube. And trust and believe, we're gonna be here. We're gonna try some new cigars. We're gonna try some libations, and we're gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah, we do tell the truth.
Right. We're gonna have fun while we do it.
Yes,
And we're
yes.
gonna have fun while we do it. There you go.
All right, Smoke fam. Until we smoke again, we will holla.
We'll holla. This is the Spotlight Podcast Network.